Hey guys, what's up? I am so excited because today is the first day of foundation week. So I'm doing foundation week every single day for 7 days. We have a new foundation video. So I'm gonna be doing a mix of first impressions on foundations I've never tried and updated reviews on foundations that I've already done a first impressions on, that I've already tried, and then I just get so many comments asking to update you guys and tell you guys what I think after I've used them for a while. So if you're new, hi, I'm BONDBEAUTYFUL. This is my little space. I hope that you will hit the subscribe button so that you can join us. Join us in this fun foundation week. So before I get started, if you're trying to shade match, if you're looking at this video and you're trying to figure out what your shade is, so you're trying to compare to me, I'll put down below, I always do a huge list of foundations, high-end and drugstore, that match me, that match my skin, you know, the shades that just work for me. So check the description box. Please check it there. Foundation that we're starting with today is the Dermacol Foundation. This is one of the foundations that it's the most popular, and it's been so, like, I can't even explain to you how many comments I have gotten asking me to update you guys, asking me after I've tried it, what do I think? Should they get it? All that kind of stuff. So hopefully in this video you guys can get kind of a sense of whether this foundation is worth it for you or not. But I'm super excited because this is just such a popular foundation, and it's so unique in what it does. If you haven't seen the first impressions, I'll put a little iCard here for you guys to go check it out. If you're interested, you can see the wear test there. But yeah, I got 2 shades. I have 2 shades here with me. I have shade 218 and shade 221. I feel like 221 is definitely more on the orangey side, and 218 is a little bit pinkier. I think that for right now, the shade that matches me the best are these 2 mixed together. For summertime though, whenever I'm like super tan, 221 is gonna be the one that matches me. I haven't looked to see if there's any other ones that would match me better. I don't think they have any that are yellow toned. I think that's either pink or orangey. But these 2 mixed together match me pretty well. That's what I'm wearing today. I kind of went a little bit heavier with the lighter one today, but it doesn't look too bad. So before I get started on my thoughts on this foundation, I wanted to read to you what the company actually claims. I wanted to go on their website and read it to you. It's on my computer on that side. I'm sorry I'm not looking at you guys when I'm gonna read it to you, but it'll be pretty quick. And then we'll talk about, hey, does it actually do what it says it's gonna do? It is waterproof, hyperallergenic, it's for all skin types, it's SPF 30, it's preservative free is what it says. Okay, it says it's an extreme coverage. It says it provides perfect coverage even in thin layers. It corrects dark spots, unpleasant spots, blemishes. It covers bruising, pigmentation, tattoos. You can use it on the entire face or body. And it's professional makeup for photos or film shoots, modeling, or festive occasions. There's also about 13 shades or so on the website that I see. So I will put the link of where I got them. I got them off of Amazon. I'll put the link off down below. You can definitely check out there. That's where I would get them. And when I bought them, they're about $14. They're pretty affordable. I think $14. They're pretty affordable at that time, but there's so much hype on it right now that I don't know if they hyped up the prices on Amazon or not. So, does it do what it claims it does? I mean, there's a lot of claims. Extreme coverage, it's waterproof, it lasts all day, it's great for films, for pictures, you have to use thin layers and it's gonna be extreme coverage. It's good for all skin types. Yes, yes, yes. This is such a great foundation. This is a foundation that I think everyone should have in their collection. I don't think that you should wear it all the time, but it's definitely something that you should have. Now I'm gonna tell you why. I do think it lasts an extreme long amount of time. When I was putting it on, I put it on my, I mixed it up on my hand, and after I put on my foundation, I did all the rest of my makeup, then I went to kind of wipe it off, and it was hard to come off. I was like wiping the crap out of it. So I do see that it's waterproof, it is long wearing. I think that if you sit with water and rub at it, it is going to move it around. But the formula itself, it's thicker, and almost seems like there's a little bit of grease in there, like almost thick greasy, but then it dries kind of a satin semi, but then as you wear it throughout the day, depending on the powder that you have, it will become more luminous or it will stay matte. So what I mean by that is, I think that this could work for any skin type. I think that if you need the coverage, this is a good foundation. I think that you can even pair this foundation up with your favorite foundations and just put this on in the spots that you want to really conceal, and it will do a great job. But the key here with this foundation is to use thin layers. I love that they said that because it's completely true. A pea size amount is too much for your entire face. For the full coverage, too much for your entire face. I would do a half a pea size because you can really make this stretch. This foundation, you need thin amounts. You don't need a whole lot. So I absolutely love that. It also spreads and blends pretty easily, which I also like. And like I said, once it dries, it has almost a satiny finish. If you use a powder that just sets it, but will let the luminosity like throughout the day start to come through, which is what I like, I recommend using the Wet n Wild powder, pressed powder. If you want it to stay matte, use one of your favorite matte powders for oily skin, and it's gonna work great with this foundation, and it's gonna help it to not get oily throughout the day. I do think it looks great in pictures and videos. I definitely recommend it if you're like getting married or like you have a pictures photo shoot video like prom. I definitely would have wore this in my prom, especially back in the day in high school when I had blemishes. Like this would have been a great foundation to put on. This does come with 30 grams of product. I think that you're never gonna go through one tube. I think one tube will last you so incredibly long. And in the back, the foundation says that it lasts for like 2 years. So mine doesn't expire till 2020, and I bought mine like 6 months ago. So it's gonna last you a long time, and I think just one bottle is gonna last the entire time. So I had a suggestion from a subscriber that if I want to use this foundation for every day, to mix it in with my moisturizer. I tried it and I love it. I think it's a great idea. If you want to wear this foundation for every day and make it kind of lighter but still keep that coverage, mixing it with your moisturizer is a great idea. Also, like before, like I said, I would just use a different foundation that I like, do a thin layer of that, and then almost spot conceal with this in the areas that I want more coverage, and this works great. I personally don't like it for underneath the eyes. I would rather just have my concealer underneath the eyes because this one is so emollient. You'll need even the slightest, tiniest amount, and it's so easy to go overboard underneath your eyes. So I don't recommend it for underneath your eyes. So I'm not gonna do just a regular demo. I wanted to show you guys how much coverage this has because since in my first impressions I showed you guys a demo and I went throughout the day, I wanted to do something different in this video. So I'm gonna be applying this over a marker on my face. So I'm gonna mark up my face, I'm gonna apply, you guys can see how much coverage it truly has. Even when you have dark spots and red spots and whatnot on top of your face. So I hope that you guys really enjoy it. Let's go to the demo.
Okay, so I decided to use a red marker because you can have redness on your face. I don't think a black marker would have been very realistic, so I didn't do that. So I'm going to do super thin layers. Like you can see how little foundation I used. I'm doing super thin layers, and then on the second layer, I'm just gonna build it up on those spots. You can kind of see what you would honestly do whenever you put on like foundation. You wouldn't just pile a whole bunch all over your face. You just cover up the things that you need to cover up. So you can see how much coverage it already gives me. Like my acne on that other side is already covered up with that first thin layer. And then you're just going in and kind of building on those spots, and it looks really nice. It doesn't look cakey. It does look very like glowy. So I'm gonna show you how it looks after I set it with some regular setting powder. I love how it just makes my face look so flawless. It covers everything up. And then I'm also going to show you guys how it looks after I apply the rest of my makeup. It just looks flawless, and you wouldn't know that I have marker underneath.
The only thing I do want to say, I definitely don't recommend a sticky primer with this. You don't need a sticky primer to help it help the longevity of it because it's so long wearing itself. I definitely don't recommend that. I recommend a slicker primer, kind of like the Angel Veil, something that's slick. If it's sticky, if it's a primer that's sticky, I would stay away from it because it makes this foundation look blotchy on the skin. Also, my favorite way to apply this is with a brush. I love it with a beauty blender. I feel like this is the one foundation that a beauty blender doesn't take away the coverage. There's nothing that's gonna take away the coverage from this foundation. So if you like a beauty blender, it really does help it blend and it looks nice on the skin. I personally like a brush anyways with most foundations, so I love this with the brush, but either way, no matter how you like to apply it, it will look good. The only tool I don't like to use to apply this is the silly sponge. I think the silly sponge doesn't look good with this. It's so much coverage, it's hard to blend it into the skin when you use the silly sponge. So I don't recommend using that. But a brush and a sponge works really well with this. So I hope that this update was helpful. I gave it a 5 thumbs up out of 5. I love it. I think you should try it out. I definitely do. They have a variety of shades, not the best shade range, but you can definitely make it work. I'll put the link below. Don't forget to come back tomorrow. We're going to be doing a first impressions tomorrow on a popular foundation, a new popular foundation that I'm excited to try. So make sure that you check back tomorrow. But give me a thumbs up if you're excited for foundation week. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to notify you. And I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.